Once upon a time there were 3 small robots, and their dream was to save the world for the next generation. Why? Simply put, if our food and environment are in trouble, we're all in trouble.
We need to be absolutely very busy on our farm. There are lots and lots of people to feed in the world. And there's going to be loads more to come.
I've got an idea. Let's make this farm bigger and better. We're going to need tons of tractors.
And they're going to need to be massive. No, that's silly. This tractor's way too big. It won't even fit in this wiggly field.
Unfortunately, big tractors aren't great for the environment. 95% of energy is used in ploughing, and ploughing is only necessary because of the heavy machinery which crushes the soil and the worms.
But I really like big tractors. Big tractors are awesome.
Well, if we can't have huge tractors, surely we'll need loads of chemicals.
Yay! Chemicals! We didn't need that many chemicals. There was only one weed.
Sadly, overuse of chemicals is inevitable in a system which treats all the field the same. In the last 30 years, 75% of our insects have disappeared. These chemicals also end up in our rivers, impacting fish. We need to completely rethink farming. We need an intelligent way forward.
Well, robots are intelligent.
Yeah, robots! Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tom, Dick and Harry. These are small farming robots. They're very, very light and careful, so they will not squish the cute worms.
Okay, so, how does this work?
Tom looks at the fields and the plants. He knows exactly what to plant, where and when, so that we can make more food.
And this robot is Dick. He zaps weeds. Tom can tell him where the weeds are, and Dick can zap them.
Zap, blah, zap! And Tom can tell Dick if the plants are poorly and need more food. And then he can feed each one that needs it exactly the right amount, very, very carefully.
And this robot is Harry. Harry very carefully plants seeds and remembers exactly where he put them.
Harry is extremely accurate.
Working together, the small robots digitise the farm, making it more efficient and productive. Small robots are kinder to the environment, and hedgerows, and worms, and bees, and fish. Our small robots build on 15 years of scientific research done by Professor Simon Blackmore, the world's leading expert on precision farming at Harper Adams University. Our company is by farmers, for farmers, and farmers come first. Farmers love our idea because it means they'll make a proper profit. But farmers do not want to be tied down to yet more expensive tech. They don't want any risk. Instead, they can pay a simple per hectare subscription fee. We are providing farming as a service. Now, Small Robots Company have the prototype technology to put Professor Simon's dream into action. The farmers are behind us. We need you to get behind us too.
We love small! We love small! Small is good! Small is the future!
Please join us and our free small robots as we try to save the world.
These are the robots you're looking for!
Hi guys, and welcome to Lockdown Learning. My name is Ben Scott Robinson and I am from the Small Robot Company. We are on a mission to transform farming and we are using robots to do it. We are building 3 robots called Tom, Dick and Harry, and they will make farming so much more sustainable and kinder to the environment, which means that we're nicer to bees and we're nicer to insects and we're nicer to worms and wildlife and fish. And the good news is that we're also helping farmers too by making their farming more efficient and more precise.
Yeah, robots! Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tom, Dick and Harry. These are small farming robots. They're very, very light and careful, so they will not squish the cute worms.
Okay, so, how does this work?
Tom looks at the fields and the plants. He knows exactly what to plant, where and when, so that we can make more food.
And this robot is Dick. He zaps weeds. Tom can tell him where the weeds are, and Dick can zap them.
Zap, blah, zap! And Tom can tell Dick if the plants are poorly and need more food. And then he can feed each one that needs it exactly the right amount very, very carefully.
And this robot is Harry. Harry very carefully plants seeds and remembers exactly where he put them.
Harry is extremely accurate.
Working together, the small robots digitise the farm, making it more efficient and productive. Small robots are kinder to the environment, and hedgerows, and worms, and bees, and fish.
And now you are going to meet our robot here, Andy, and he's going to tell you all about electricity and how our weeding robots really work.
To kill weeds without using chemicals, we want to put electricity through them. As I'm sure you know from school, some things conduct electricity and some things don't. For instance, metal conducts electricity, and we know that glass, air and water don't conduct electricity very well at all. However, we also know that lightning, which is electricity, goes through air because we see the lightning bolt go from the cloud to the ground. The difference is voltage. Batteries like this are 1.5 volts, and normal batteries in the house are up to 9 volts. This PP9 is a 9 volt battery. Your phone battery is 3.7 volts. But we know that lightning, which is electricity, travels from the clouds through the air to the ground. Big difference there is that's 1 billion volts. So if we get the voltage high enough, we can make most things conduct. So that's how we actually get electricity to travel through plants, by having a really, really high voltage. Now you can make this really high voltage at home. All you need to do is take a balloon, rub it against your hair. Once your hair starts standing on end, you can then take it in a dark room and move the spoon really close to it. If you move the spoon really close to it and look really, really closely, you'll see a little spark. You generated enough voltage to be able to make a spark. Fortunately, not enough to kill you, and unfortunately, not enough to kill weeds.
So we are building the farm machines of the future. We have the coolest job in the world. But can we inspire you to do the same? Have a go and enter our competition with NFU Education. Now go out and check the more videos on the Eat Farm Now and on the NFU Education site. Also, there's a competition where you can win a little remote control version of one of our Tom robots to have a play with. And finally, if you make a video using our balloon experiment, remember to share it on social media using the hashtag #ShockDownLearning. That's right, #ShockDownLearning. Thank you very much.
Sam Watson-Jones, I'm co-founder of Small Robot Company. Our mission is to use technology to make farming more sustainable. Farming needs a fundamental shift in the systems that we are using if it is going to survive. We're trying to transform the way that technology is used to produce food. We see the solution as being about small, smart machines, highly accurate robots that can deal with an arable field on a plant-by-plant basis, much more precisely, much more sustainably and much more profitably. We need to develop technology that enables us to move to a post-chemical world, that enables us to kill weeds without using any chemicals at all.
The last stage was to get Tom and Wilma working and ready out in the field so we could be collecting that data and providing our first service. The next lot of funding is to allow us to move and start acting on that data. So particularly, Tom is there to be able to understand where the weeds are in the field on a per plant basis. The next stage is for us to build DIC, which will then go out and kill those weeds using electricity with no chemicals at all. There is nobody else looking at arable farming in the way that we are. There is nobody else who understands both the risks and the dangers, but also the opportunities of this fourth agricultural revolution. There are a lot of people who are looking at robotics as a way of solving a small problem here or a small problem there, and for small specialist crops. We're looking at the largest crops in the world, and we're addressing this as an end-to-end solution for a massive problem. So the scale of opportunity is huge. It is hundreds of millions of hectares of land, and it is feeding the vast majority of the world's population.
Farmers are integral to everything that we're doing, and that's why we're developing our technology on farm with farmers.
For me, it was a natural thing to get involved right from the start. Robotics and automation are going to be at the heart of everything.
Small robots have the potential to completely revolutionise the way we establish crops.
Getting a good integrated approach through bringing together the best of modern technology and the best of traditional methods is absolutely key.
They're offering solutions to problems that, as farmers, we've been talking about for a long time.
They're addressing the big challenges that we face today about marrying productivity, climate change and biodiversity loss, and providing a comprehensive solution to solve those three problems.
By reducing the size and the capacity and the weight, we've just got multiple benefits to the wildlife, the biodiversity, the soil health, and that smaller machine operating in more detail is going to be a huge benefit to our whole environment.
Managing plants at a per plant level, individual plants, their health, their nutrition, the competition from other plants, nearby weeds, and possibly even their pest burden.
We could have on the farm, within 2 or 3 years, a solution where we can have weed control without any use of chemicals at all.
Not using chemistry to do it, but using electricity. That has just absolutely massive benefits for everybody.
We're excited enough about the way they're seeing the future of farming that we want to be part of that.
This has and always will be a farmer-led company. I'm a farmer. Before we did anything, we got farmers involved in advising us on the right way forward. That's why we're developing our technology on farms with farmers.